Have you ever carried a heavy backpack filled with painful memories, hurt feelings, and old wounds that just won't seem to heal? That weight you feel. It's real, and science is now showing us exactly why forgiveness might be the key to putting that backpack down for good. Hey there, welcome to today's video. I am so glad you're here because what we're about to explore could genuinely change your life. We're rediving into the fascinating science of forgiveness and how it can help you release trauma and find that inner peace we're all searching for. If this sounds like something you need in your life right now, hit that subscribe button so we can continue this healing journey together. What happens in your brain when you don't forgive? Before we dive into the brain changes brought by forgiveness, let's clear up what forgiveness isn't. It's not saying what happened was okay. It's not forgetting, excusing bad behavior, or pretending you weren't hurt. Real forgiveness is something much more powerful. It's a choice you make for yourself, a decision to stop letting painful experiences control your present and future. Think of it like this. When someone hurts you, it's like they gave you a heavy rock to carry. Forgiveness isn't about saying the rock doesn't exist or that you weren't handed something painful. It's about choosing to set that rock down because you don't want to carry it anymore. The amazing thing, when scientists look at what happens in your brain and body when you forgive, they discover something incredible, something that explains why forgiveness feels like freedom. What happens in your brain when you don't forgive? When you hold on to hurt and resentment, your brain stays in a stress response. It's like leaving your car engine running all night. Eventually, something's going to wear out. Here's what's happening. That painful memory activates your amygdala, the brain's alarm system. This triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Your blood pressure rises, your muscles tense, and your immune system takes a hit. The really interesting part: brain scans show that when people think about someone who hurt them, the same areas light up as when they experience physical pain. That's right, emotional pain and physical pain share neural pathways. This is why holding grudges can literally make you sick over time. If you're finding value in understanding how unforgiveness affects your brain, please tap that like button. It helps this information reach others who might be struggling with their own heavy backpacks of past hurts. The forgiveness transformation, your brain on healing now for the good news. When you practice forgiveness, remarkable changes begin to happen in your brain and body. First, activity in your amygdala, that alarm center, starts to calm down. Your prefrontal cortex, thinking, reasoning part of your brain, becomes more engaged. This shift helps you gain perspective and emotional control. Studies show that people who practice forgiveness experience lower blood pressure, reduced stress hormone levels, improved heart health, better sleep quality, stronger immune function, less anxiety and depression, improved relationships. One fascinating study found that simply imagining forgiving someone caused immediate drops in blood pressure and heart rate. Another showed that people who scored higher on forgiveness measures had lower levels of chronic inflammation, a key factor in many diseases. This isn't just feel-good advice, it's measurable science. Your body literally functions better when you're not carrying around unresolved hurt and anger. The unexpected gift. Self-forgiveness here is something many people miss. Sometimes the person we need to forgive most is ourselves. Self-forgiveness might actually be the most powerful form of healing. When researchers look at brain activity during self-criticism versus self-compassion, they see dramatically different patterns. Self-criticism activates threat responses, while self-compassion activates care and soothing systems. Many of us walk around with an inner critic that would never speak to others the way it speaks to us. We hold ourselves to impossible standards and punish ourselves harshly when we fall short. Learning to forgive yourself for mistakes, for not knowing better, for choices you regret creates profound neural changes. It's like switching from a harsh taskmaster to a wise, understanding mentor in your own mind. If you've struggled with self-forgiveness, I'd love to hear about your journey in the comments below. Sharing our experiences helps everyone feel less alone. And sometimes putting words to our struggles is the first step toward healing. How trauma gets stuck in your body. To understand why forgiveness is so powerful, we need to understand how trauma works in the body. When something traumatic happens, it's like your brain takes a snapshot of that moment, capturing not just the memory, but all the emotions, physical sensations, and beliefs that came with it. This snapshot gets stored in your limbic system, the emotional center of your brain. The problem, this memory storage happens in a part of your brain that doesn't use language or logical thinking. That's why trauma can feel stuck, and why simply trying to reason your way out of painful feelings often doesn't work. Here's what's amazing about forgiveness. It helps process these stuck emotions. When you forgive, you're not just changing your thoughts, you're literally allowing your nervous system to complete a process that got interrupted during trauma. Forgiveness helps move these experiences from the reactive, emotional parts of your brain to the thinking, meaning-making parts. This journey from limbic system to prefrontal cortex is what allows painful experiences to become wisdom rather than wounds. Practical steps to real forgiveness. So, how do you actually do this forgiveness thing? How do you move from understanding it's good for you to actually experiencing its benefits? First, be patient with yourself. Forgiveness is a process, not an event. For small hurts, it might happen quickly. For deeper wounds, it often unfolds in layers over time. Start with intention. Simply deciding you want to forgive begins to shift your brain activity. Say to yourself, I want to be free from this pain. I'm open to the process of forgiveness. Try this simple practice. Close your eyes and imagine the person who hurt you. Notice any sensations in your body. Now imagine taking a step back, seeing both you and this person from a distance. From this perspective, can you see any fuller context, any human frailty or suffering that might have contributed to what happened? Another powerful approach is writing. Researchers show that writing about painful experiences, especially if you include reflection on possible meanings and growth, significantly improves mental and physical health. Remember, forgiveness isn't about the other person, it's about freeing yourself. You don't need anyone's permission or participation to experience the benefits of forgiveness. The ripple effect. Beyond personal peace, the effects of forgiveness extend far beyond your own mind and body. When you heal through forgiveness, you create ripples that touch everyone around you. Research shows that people who practice forgiveness have stronger relationships, more empathy, and greater resilience during challenges. They're also more likely to help others and contribute positively to their communities. There's even evidence suggesting that forgiveness skills can be passed down through families, creating cycles of healing instead of cycles of hurt. Closing thoughts. Your forgiveness journey as we wrap up today's exploration. Remember that forgiveness isn't about being perfect. It's about being free. You might not feel completely healed in one day. That's okay. Each step toward forgiveness is a step toward reclaiming your power and peace. The science is clear. Forgiveness changes your brain, heals your body, and opens doors to possibilities that resentment keeps firmly closed. The potential for reducing suffering is enormous. Imagine a world where more people understood the science of forgiveness, where we recognized holding grudges as not just emotionally harmful but physically damaging, where we taught forgiveness skills in schools alongside math and reading. The potential for reducing suffering is enormous. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If you found this information helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more science-based approaches to emotional healing and growth. Each video is designed to give you practical tools for living your most fulfilled life. Until next time, remember, your past experiences may have shaped you, but your decision to forgive can transform you. The science shows it's true.